Hey everyone, and welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're diving into a massive friction point in event-driven architecture, the dreaded dual write problem. Honestly, if you've ever built a system where data gets all out of sync just because an event failed to send, you know this pain. It's the worst. So we're going to explore the definitive architectural fix for this, the Outbox Pattern. Here's our roadmap for This Explainer. 1. The dual write problem. 2. The atomic outbox transaction. 3. The background relay worker. 4. Polling versus CDC. 5. Real-world use cases. And finally, 6. Trade-offs and guarantees. All right, kicking things off with Section 1, the dual write problem, inconsistent states. So in modern systems, a service usually has to do two things at the exact same time, right? It needs to write some state to its local database, and it needs to publish an event to a message broker so the rest of the system knows what just happened. But here's the issue. These are two completely separate operations talking to two entirely different systems. Because they aren't atomic, meaning they don't happen as one single indivisible unit, one can succeed while the other just fails. It is basically the classic distributed systems nightmare. Your database thinks one thing, but the rest of your system has absolutely no idea it ever happened. Just imagine your service successfully saves data to the DB, but right before it can ping the message broker, the network blips or the service crashes. Boom, you've now got isolated, totally inconsistent data. Let's move to Section 2, the atomic outbox transaction, a single DB transaction. To really wrap our heads around this concept, let's use a super simple real-world analogy. Write the ledger, leave a sticky note. Imagine you're running a shop. When a customer places an order, you write that order down in your official heavy ledger. But you also need to mail them a confirmation letter. Now, instead of dropping everything to run to the post office right then, you write the order in the ledger and you immediately slap a sticky note right next to it that says, hey, send a confirmation letter. You do this at the exact same time. Later on, a helper comes by, reads your sticky notes, and actually sends the letters. If that helper drops a letter in a puddle and fails to send it, no big deal, the sticky note is still sitting right there on the ledger. You literally never lose the intent to send it. This brilliantly captures the whole essence of the outbox pattern. So translating that sticky note analogy into actual code and technical execution, it basically breaks down into 3 steps. Step 1, your application writes to its main database table and a dedicated Outbox events table inside the exact same database transaction. Honestly, this is the magic right here. Because it's a single local transaction, both writes are committed atomically. It's an all-or-nothing deal. Step 2, a relay mechanism comes along to read the Outbox table and publish the events to the broker. And Step 3, once it's actually published, the event is marked as dispatched. We have successfully turned a super risky two-phase write across different systems into a single bulletproof local database transaction. Moving right into Section 3, the background relay worker, handling failures. Okay, so the really crucial part here is how this background relay worker handles failure scenarios. Like, what happens if the message broker just completely goes down? Well, since the transaction committed successfully to our local database, the event just sits safely in our Outbox table, and the relay will simply try again later. What if our service crashes right after committing to the database, but right before publishing? Again, no sweat. The Outbox row is persisted on disk, so when the service restarts, the relay picks up exactly where it left off. And what if the relay itself crashes right in the middle of publishing? Since the event hasn't been officially marked as dispatched in our Outbox table yet, it'll just be retried on the next run. Because of this persistent Outbox row, this pattern guarantees what we call at least once delivery. Next up, Section 4, polling versus CDC. Choosing a relay type. There are really 2 main ways to implement this worker. First, we have the polling relay. This is basically just a cron loop that continuously queries the Outbox table asking, hey, are there any new messages? It is incredibly simple to set up, but the big trade-off is that it taxes your database. You're constantly pinging it, and that adds load. Second, we have CDC, or change data capture, using tools like Debezium, for example. Instead of constantly asking the database if something is new, CDC directly reads the database's internal transaction log. The exact millisecond a new row hits the Outbox, the CDC tool detects it and publishes it. The trade-offs here, well, you get near real-time performance and literally zero polling load on your database, but it definitely comes with much higher infrastructure complexity. You've got to maintain that entirely separate CDC pipeline. All right, Section 5, real-world use cases, where it's used. The Outbox pattern is absolutely non-negotiable in any system where a data saved but no event emitted scenario would cause catastrophic downstream failures. Take an order service, for example. If a customer saves an order, but the system fails to publish the order created event, inventory never reserves the item, shipping never gets notified, the customer literally paid for a ghost order that doesn't exist to the rest of the business. Second, think about subscriptions. You activate a user's subscription in your local DB, but fail to publish subscription activated. Now billing and entitlement services don't know they should grant access or start charging. Not good. Finally, payments. You capture a payment locally, but downstream reconciliation services never even hear about it. By using the Outbox pattern in all these scenarios, you mathematically guarantee that if the local action succeeds, that downstream event will eventually, inevitably, be published. And our final section, Section 6, Trade-offs and Guarantees, Pros and Cons. All right, here is the absolute most critical architectural trade-off of the Outbox pattern. On the pro side, we completely eliminate dual write inconsistency, and we guarantee at least one's delivery. That's a massive win. We completely avoid the whole nightmare of distributed transactions. But look at the con side. Downstream consumers absolutely must be strictly idempotent. Why? Well, because duplicates will happen. Remember when we talked about the relay crashing mid-publish? If the relay successfully publishes an event to the broker, but crashes a millisecond before it can update the Outbox table to mark it dispatched, what happens when it reboots? It sees an undispatched message and sends it again. So the downstream service receiving that event needs to be smart enough to say, hey, wait, I've already processed this exact event, I'll just safely ignore this duplicate. Now, beyond idempotency, there are just a couple other operational trade-offs you need to keep in mind. First, there's the maintenance overhead for the Outbox table itself. You can't just let that table grow into infinity, right? You need a background process to clean up or archive dispatched messages over time. Second, the relay worker, whether you use a polling loop or a fancy CDC pipeline, is an extra moving part in your infrastructure. If it goes down silently, your Outbox fills up and events just stop flowing, so you definitely have to monitor it closely. And finally, there's a slight write latency. Every single time you commit a transaction, you're writing to your application table and doing an extra table write for that Outbox row. It's a really small hit to latency, but definitely one worth noting if you're in a high-throughput environment. To wrap up this explainer, we really have to ask ourselves a crucial question. Is your system actually resilient enough to handle a crash right between saving data and sending an event? If you're currently relying on two separate calls without a local transactional guarantee, the dual write problem is probably already causing silent inconsistencies in your data behind the scenes. By adopting the Outbox pattern, you leverage those robust local database guarantees to ensure your events are always reliable, always consistent, and never, ever lost. So think about where you can apply those virtual sticky notes in your own architecture to tighten things up. Thanks so much for exploring this with me.